Imagine a boy who was born in a middle class and lived in 1 BHK home now owns a mansion worth $100 million and called as Retail King of India. This same boy started as a trader and now he is one of the largest and the richest investor in India. But who is this boy? He is none other than Mr. Radhakishan Damani, aka Mr. White and White, a common man who once lived in a 1 BHK home and now owns a mansion worth of $100 million. Mr. Radhakishan Damani was born to a Marwari family in Bikaner, India, and later on he moved with his family to Mumbai. Mr. Radhakishan Damani pursued commerce at the University of Mumbai but soon dropped out after 1 year. Later he started a ball bearing business, but sadly, after some time, he loses his father. Afterward, he packed up his business and joins with his brother and get into his father's stockbroker business. Till now, if you see Radhakishan Damani's life, it seems there is no way to achieve high success or a way to be successful because he was now a college dropout. He lost his father and had to shut down his business, but he believed in himself. He didn't look out for success. Instead, he made him the best suited for the success. After that, Mr. Radhakishan Damani developed a passion for businesses and stocks and started learning more about them. To make him the best in this, he became a disciple of Manu Manek, who was referred as the Cobra of Daral Street. Here, Mr. Damani learned short selling and pioneered himself in understanding businesses as well, through which he did some unmatchable trades against the 1990s stock market bull Harshad Mehta. It was an era of 1990s when Harshad Mehta was a name in stock market who can take the prices of any stock to sky just by saying a word about it or do reverse of it. Because of this, many people started building a blind faith in Harshad Mehta, and without doing any due diligence, these people were pouring money on the stock in which Mr. Harshad Mehta was bidding. And there was Mr. Damani sensed something fishy in the market, and according to him, the stocks in which Harshad Mehta was investing should not be at all close to the price that they were at that time. And Mr. Damani did exactly the opposite of what majority of people were doing. Instead of buying stocks Harshad Mehta recommended, he started putting short selling orders against them. Short selling is a way through which we make money while stock prices are falling. Mr. Damani applied his business acumen and short selling technique on the stock of Harshad Mehta. Initially, Mr. Damani suffered a lot of losses, but when the things got clear out, all the prices of Harshad Mehta's portfolio got crashed and gave Damani hefty returns. Following that, Mr. Radhakishan Damani became known as the guru of the stock market, and he shared his investing strategies with one of the legendary investors, Mr. Rakesh Junjunwala, also known as the Warren Buffett of India. This is not the only time Mr. Radhakishan Damani showed how deeply he has faith in himself. There are many instances like this in his journey. Let me ask you a simple question. How many different stocks would you buy if you had $10 billion? Would you buy 30 stocks? 50? 100? 200? Or maybe 1000 different stocks? And there's the difference that draw difference between a less self-believing person and Mr. Radhakishan Damani. As he believed strongly in himself and his analysis, he owns only 50 different types of stocks with a valuation of over $15 billion, wherein a typical person will diversify his portfolio by adding more types of stocks. Mr. Radhakishan Damani's life journey showed that it doesn't matter how many degree you have. It's all about how eager you are to learn and apply. Mr. Radhakishan Damani is not only a brilliant investor but also a great businessman, which we can easily understand from how well his retail chain D-mart does. He got this idea of starting a retail chain after visiting the US, where he went to a Walmart store. Thereafter, he got fascinated about the operation and functioning of the retail chain and soon later started his own retail chain. And now, it is the one of the top retail chain in India and the 33rd largest company in stock market, and it also gave him the title of Retail King of India. The key takeaways from Radhakishan Damani's life: the past does not determine your future. Whatever happened in your past will not prevent you to having a successful future. Mr. Radhakishan Damani, born in the middle class who lived in 1 BHK apartment, and now he owns $100 million mansion. He dropped out of college and yet he is the second largest investor in India. He has to shut down his ball bearing business, but now he owns largest retail chain in India. Mentorship. Mr. Radhakishan Damani's life showed us that how a mentor can play a vital role in our life. Whether you look at it like he's a student of Manu Manek, or you can look at it like he's a mentor of Rakesh junjunwala. It showed us that it is necessary in life to learn from someone who had a lot of experience in that field, who did the mistakes you will going to do in that field. But now, why someone who is successful take me as his student or her student? They won't. But mentorship is not something that you learn directly from them. You can learn indirectly from them by learning their ideas, by learning their mindset. And the best way to learn their ideas and their mindset is to understand their life stories. And in our channel Bio Diaries, we tell the life stories or the success stories of these people so that you can make a better mindset for yourself. Click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you can learn from different successful people and their mindset.